Hey friends, Dallas here with Privateer Press, and last time we got hell-bent for leather. Today we're going to take a model from primed to painted and ready for the table with a Grimkin Skin and Moans. So let's get painting. So to start our Skin and Moans, we're going to apply a real generous base coat of Midland Flesh to this whole body. So first, let's get some of that Midland Flesh out on our palette. Whoops. Made a little mess there. Let's clean that up. There we go. So let's get a generous amount of Midland Flesh out there. I'm going to water this down a bit. 1, 2 drops of water. This is pretty loose. I'm going to be using the large dry brush. I'm going to load it up with that Midland Flesh. We're just going to start smashing it on the model. Just really get some paint on there. So because of the texture of this guy, I don't really need a nice, super smooth base coat. You know, it's not a plate of a Warjack or, you know, a Retribution, Myrmidon. You know, he's all skin. Although you can do this on those models, I find that sometimes for my tabletop, all I need to do is get a nice, quick base coat fast as possible. Just smash the paint on there. I call this the paint smash. I'm just getting stuff done quick. This guy wants to get on the table. As you go, you can reapply and even it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Going for speed today. This guy's not going to be on a box. He's going to be on a table in the kill box. There we go. Looks pretty good. Let's see how that looks when it's dry. All right, this looks pretty good, but it could definitely use a second coat. So let's go ahead and throw that on there real quick. And I missed a couple spots. And just get a nice second coat on there real quick. All right, let's dry this guy off and get ready for the next step. Okay, for our next step, we're going to add the meaty parts to the Skin and Moans. And for this, I'll be using a little Scorn Red. Once again, we're just going to grab some of that out. Don't want it to get on the outside of my pot. Pull some of this out onto our palette. And use my base hobby brush. I'm just going to paint this in all the meaty, raw skin parts of our Skin and Moans. A little overpaint doesn't matter. If it gets a little messy, it'll be fine. He's all bloody. So I'm going fast. I'm trying to be careful. I'm not trying to make a mess, but a little mess will be okay. And just continue around. And this is my favorite part of this guy, is this raw belly. It's pretty gruesome. And right now he looks a little clowny, but all that's going to get fixed. And since I got a little red up on his face, I'm going to claim that back with some of my Midland Flesh. A little down here. It's in shadow, so it's not a super big deal. Just a little reclaiming. All right, for our next step, we're going to take some of the Minoth White highlight. We're going to very quickly apply this on all the little bone parts. So up here on his spine, he's got his vertebrae showing. I'm just going to paint that in with some of this Menthol white highlight. This is not got to be super careful. Just try not to get it down on the skin. Mainly touching the tops of those vertebrae. And go ahead and paint his teeth. Just like so. And I'm going to go ahead and paint his bone weapons. Looks a little garish right now. Soon he will be macabre. Let's go ahead and paint in his eyes with the Menthol white highlight while we're here. All right, I'm going to really quickly frame in these ribbons with a little black around his weapons. Just quickly frame up. All right, for our next step, we're going to take some Caspian Flush Wash and apply it to the whole miniature. We're going to go ahead and use the big brush for this again. I'm just going to apply this as a wash over the whole miniature. Front and back, just letting it pull up in the recesses to really make that skin come alive. This also just helps just add to the contrast. It brings out all the faces and the stitches and the muscly striation and such. And this is always a fun step because it's just messy. You're just having fun. You can grab extra wash and kind of splat it in those areas you want more contrast to be a little darker. You want extra pulling around this muscle or in this eye. Just pat it in there and let it build up. This skin and Moans is ready for the table and set to terrify your opponents. But we don't have to stop here. Next time, we're going to elevate the model with additional shading and a little bit of highlights. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos and check out the links below for more in this series and additional information on the P3 Hobby line. We're going to step him up a notch with some shading and highlights. So, let's get rolling.
That was pretty much perfect.
Pretty much.
So,
Where we recording at?
yeah.
Done. Next.
One more.
Damn it.